Ever wondered how bus drivers stay sharp on those long hauls? Well, it's a carefully orchestrated blend of strategies and regulations, all designed to keep everyone safe and sound. Fatigue is a particularly serious and pervasive issue in the transportation industry, and bus companies and drivers have implemented a multitude of measures to actively combat its effects. Firstly, there are very strict rules and regulations governing the number of hours a driver is permitted to work. These hours of service regulations, while varying slightly depending on the specific location and governing authority, universally limit the number of consecutive hours a driver can spend behind the wheel of a bus. They also mandate specific and sufficient rest periods, such as a minimum number of hours off duty between scheduled shifts. These critical rules and regulations are absolutely crucial in actively preventing drivers from overextending themselves, which can, unfortunately, all too often lead to serious and potentially catastrophic accidents. Then, there's the all-important and essential role played by the bus companies themselves. They are ultimately and fundamentally responsible for the careful and considerate scheduling of routes, ensuring that drivers are given ample time for rest and recovery. This means meticulous planning for necessary and adequate breaks during the course of long journeys, and guaranteeing that drivers have sufficient and legally mandated time off between each and every shift. Companies also have the vital responsibility to diligently and rigorously monitor their drivers' hours and actively and consistently enforce the prevailing rules and regulations. This is frequently accomplished by utilizing electronic logging devices, or ELDs, which are specifically designed to accurately and comprehensively track driving time. On a much more personal level, individual drivers have their own tried and true methods for proactively managing fatigue. Many drivers, for example, place a high priority on getting an adequate amount of quality sleep before and in advance of their scheduled shifts. They also make effective and efficient use of the mandated breaks during the route to rest, stretch their limbs, and grab a quick, nutritious bite to eat. Staying fully hydrated throughout the driving period is also vitally important, as is making sure to eat regular, and preferably nutritious, meals. Some drivers do, in fact, utilize caffeine products to stay alert. But it is always of paramount importance to use these carefully, and to absolutely not become over-reliant on them. Another extraordinarily important and often overlooked aspect of proactive fatigue management is the ability to quickly and accurately recognize the early signs of fatigue. These early warning signs can, and often do, include such things as experiencing difficulty concentrating on the road, yawning frequently and excessively, and a general feeling of irritability or increased emotional volatility. If a driver, for whatever reason, feels that they are overly tired, they should report it immediately to their supervisor, and under no circumstances attempt to drive. Many companies already have, and indeed must have, specific procedures in place to allow drivers to call in sick, or, if necessary, to request a different route if they are feeling fatigued or otherwise unwell. Finally, technology is also increasingly playing a more pivotal and significant role in the ongoing effort to combat driver fatigue. Advanced Driver Assistance Systems, or ADAS, are now being incorporated into many newer buses. These systems can provide invaluable assistance by alerting drivers to potential hazards on the road and can, even in certain limited and specific situations, assume control of the vehicle itself. These sophisticated systems are, of course, not intended to be a replacement for alert, attentive, and fully focused drivers, but they are able to provide an undeniably valuable extra layer of safety, especially when fatigue might be a contributing factor or an exacerbating element. In essence, the effective and ongoing management of fatigue on long bus routes is, and must always be, a shared responsibility. It requires a constant, seamless, and effective combination of strict and actively enforced regulations, responsible and considerate scheduling practices, and a variety of personalized, proactive strategies and techniques. It is, and must remain, a perpetual and tireless effort to ensure that bus drivers are always alert, fully focused, and completely safe, thus protecting themselves, their fellow employees, and, above all else, their precious passengers.